What's going on, guys? It's Mags here, coming at y'all with the market review video for September 12th, 2024. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So coming into the market, I was bullish because we were just accumulating the whole night, and we had a big expansion from CPI. So that's what made me want to go bullish. And jumping into the lower time frame. So my first trade, 9:30 was here. Came into Asia low and immediately took this gap and uh, manipulated the swing high here because it did not displace it, so I manipulated it. And from there, it bounced back into this gap, filled it all the way, and bounced out of it and created another gap. So that's where I entered, marketed in right here in this gap. And I was just aiming for 2R here. But as the trade was playing out and we were chopping like we were here, I told myself, you know what, this could go without me if I stop myself at break even. So I accepted that and I got out here because of how choppy it was, bouncing off the equilibrium of the morning price, or of the morning session, 7:30. And I mean, I guess you could say luckily I did, because I got swept out as right after I exited. So I was just paying attention to, we were in these gaps and we kept, like, we inverted this one first of all, but we were in these gaps rebalancing price, making all these wicks and not pushing up. So that's what was startling me, and I decided to get out right here. It was a good trade in my opinion though. Swept liquidity into a higher time frame PD array and immediately took the gap in one go. So I feel like that's a great trade, especially after making this gap too. But the market had other plans. It did a high resistance liquidity run, so it fell into this gap, took time-based liquidity, came up, swept that liquidity out, and then pushed out of it. From here, once it did this and it did this, I was really confident. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna get ready to shoot my shot here. Once it took this gap as well, I had a lot of confidence in the trade. So I decided to mark it in here on a little, try to catch the dip, but I did get in early. And I was risking a lot on this trade. I was risking 140 on this trade. So I did do a 1-to-1. Just cause I wanted London high, and that already was around 70 points. Let me see. So I mean, do the math here. 255 to 334. That's roughly 80 points. Yeah, 79ish. Um, but so I entered. We experienced some drawdown, but I wasn't worried because of this fair value gap here. And I had my stop at the low here. Originally I had the stop here, but I did get scared. I like this protection better than this one. Um, so from there, once it took this out, I was watching closely to see what would happen in the BPR, and it just took this swing low by like a pip, literally. Yeah, literally one tick it took it, and then it just pushed away, inversing this fair value gap and doing a market structure shift. So from there, I mean, the 5 minute looks crazy from here. I mean, look at it, boom. It did that, and I was just like, okay, yeah, we must be going to London high from here. So from there, we ended up going to London high, but I took out right before, right here. Let's pull up the executions. See, I broke even here, bought at 258, sold at 259, and then I got right back in right here and took 80 points home. So just some things I did want to mention. I already mentioned this. I mentioned the high resistance liquidity run, And so I wanted to mention this right here. So after price takes these swing lows, especially like right here, this swing low right here, displaces it after coming from a pool of liquidity, and it took this one, we should not see inversions like this, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong, but seeing inversions as strong as these and bullish fair value gaps, that's something we shouldn't see in a trending bearish market. I mean, we've seen it before, where you see gaps getting directly inverted and then continuing to run down. You really don't see it much, but today was a bullish day, as you could see. And just pay attention to that 730, guys. That 730 is sauce. But other than that, we had 4 losses this week, 1 break even, and 2 wins. And those 2 wins brought us back up on the week. Brought us up $60. Today we made 160. So that brought us up $60 on the week after taking 4 losses and 2 wins and 1 break even. So this is why you let the risk management do the heavy lifting, while you just show up every day and execute with good diligence. Now don't just be out here executing anything. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to catch you guys next week. Peace.